High above the world, where stars shimmer quietly and the moon glows like a soft nightlight, there sails a skyship. It is not an ordinary ship. It is gentle, slow, and silent. Its name is the Dreamcatcher, and its captain is known far and wide as Captain Sleepy. Captain Sleepy doesn't sail on oceans or rivers. He sails through the skies, gliding over rooftops and drifting through sleepy clouds, looking for children who need help falling asleep. Tonight, in a little town tucked between the hills, a boy named Eli lay in bed, wide awake. He had counted sheep, fluffed his pillow twice, and even listened to the soft ticking of the clock on his wall. But sleep didn't come. His eyes felt heavy, but his mind was full of thoughts, of school, of adventures, of questions that only stars might know. Then, just as the clock struck 10, a soft, humming sound filled the air outside his window. It was like the sound of wind and whispering dreams. Eli sat up and peered through the glass. There it was, a glowing ship, floating in the night sky, its sails made of mist and lights twinkling like tiny stars along its sides. The ship moved slowly, peacefully, like it was part of the night itself. At the helm stood a tall figure in a coat stitched with clouds and stars. He wore a floppy hat shaped like a crescent moon and held a lantern that gave off a warm golden glow. Eli, the figure called softly, "Would you like to sail through the sleepy clouds tonight?" Eli opened his window in surprise. Who are you?" "I am Captain Sleepy," the man replied kindly, "and I help little dreamers like you drift into peaceful sleep." A ladder of stars gently rolled down to Eli's window, and before he could think twice, he climbed aboard. The deck of the ship was soft beneath his feet, like walking on cushions. The sails swayed with the rhythm of the wind, and the air smelled like vanilla, moonlight, and lavender. "Where are we going?" Eli asked, eyes wide. "To the dreaming sky," said Captain Sleepy, "where the sleepy clouds live and dreams come to rest." The Dreamcatcher rose higher, floating past silver clouds that shimmered gently. The stars above seemed closer now, winking slowly like they too were getting sleepy. The moon smiled at the ship, its light wrapping around Eli like a warm blanket. "Why can't I sleep some nights?" Eli asked softly. Captain Sleepy placed a hand on the wheel. "Because sometimes your thoughts are like butterflies. They flutter too fast to catch. That's why we sail, so the butterflies of your mind can rest." As they flew, Eli saw magical things. There were yawn birds, big, fluffy creatures that flew slowly with their eyes half closed, leaving trails of soft snores behind. He saw cloud dolphins diving in and out of floating cotton clouds, singing lullabies in gentle tones. Everything in the sky was calm, quiet, and peaceful. "Do many children ride with you?" Eli asked. "Oh yes," Captain Sleepy smiled. "Every night we visit those who struggle to close their eyes. Some are just curious, some are anxious, some just need to remember how beautiful sleep can be." The ship glided through a cloud tunnel where soft mist wrapped around them like a mother's hug. At the end of the tunnel, the sky opened into a beautiful lagoon made of liquid starlight. It reflected the stars above like a mirror. "This," whispered Captain Sleepy, "is the lagoon of lost thoughts. All your worries, questions, and busy ideas gently settle here so they don't follow you into your dreams." Eli leaned over the railing and watched sparkles drift down into the lagoon. Memories of the day, moments of noise, shadows of stress, melting away quietly. A deep calm filled his chest. He felt lighter. Then a gentle bed floated toward him. It was made of soft moon feathers and dream cotton. A tiny night owl perched beside it, already snoozing. Captain Sleepy gestured to it. "Time to rest, my little traveler." Eli laid down. The Skyship rocked gently like a cradle. The stars blinked slowly. A soft melody, like wind through wind chimes, played from somewhere in the sails. Captain Sleepy covered him with a blanket woven from shooting stars. He leaned down and whispered, "Let go of the day, let your thoughts drift slow, through clouds of peace where dream winds blow. No monsters here, no need to hide, just sail the night with me as guide." Eli closed his eyes. The ship continued sailing, visiting other windows, picking up other children ready for dreams. But Eli, he was already dreaming. In his dream, he flew alongside cloud dolphins, listened to talking stars, and danced with moon mice on floating lily pads. He didn't even notice when the dream catcher gently returned to his window. Captain Sleepy carried him back to bed, placed him under his cozy blanket, and left behind a soft cloud pillow that smelled like nighttime wishes. He whispered one last time before disappearing into the stars, "Sleep well, little dreamer. I'll be back tomorrow night." And as the sky ship sailed on, Eli slept soundly, a smile on his lips, floating gently through the sleepy clouds in dreams only the stars could see.